All right, let's give this thing a second here. It says it live, but we'll wait for a few seconds. See if anybody's out there wants to. I got a lot of glare from that light. All right, excuse me. I guess we're live. If somebody's out there, give me a howdy or something. Let me know that it is alive. I'm assuming it is. It says it's live. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start rambling on. It is a cool day here in Northeast Michigan. I mean, this morning when I got up, it was like 36 degrees and went out to the range for a while today. Got my knit hat on to keep my ball head warm. Sweater. Sitting out here in this garage, it ain't the warmest thing either. But first of all, I want to thank everyone for helping me hit that 2,000 subscriber mark last week. I know some of you did a video giving me a shout out. I really and truly appreciate that. And all I can say is I thank you. We're at 2037, I think, the last I looked. So we picked up 39 new subs. Pops Quest, how you doing, partner? There's a link there if you want to jump in here for a couple minutes or whatever. Excuse me. Always good to see you, Rob. Yeah, I went out to range this morning. Got a new video coming out this evening. Thought we'd throw a couple videos together today. Haven't really been out to the range in a couple weeks, I guess. But a big congratulations to the Michigan State Spartans. As you know, it broke my heart yesterday to see Michigan lose that game. They shouldn't have lost that game. Michigan State got the victory, but what's his name? His last name's Walker 3, which is Kenneth Walker 3, the running back. Fantastic job. He turned it on in that second half and just blistered Michigan. I mean, it was more or less one guy against 11, and he come out victorious. Michigan had the game in hand. Of course, I'm heartbroken, but don't surprise me with that game anyway. Michigan's been a little bit overrated all year anyhow, and they will probably lose another one, maybe two games before the season's up. I didn't expect them to go unbeaten, that's for sure. Yeah, I know, Pops. A lot of State fans around, and I'm glad to see. You know, I guess if Michigan's going to lose, I just want them to lose to Michigan State. But like I said, that Kenneth Walker 3, their running back, he rushed for almost 200 yards and 5 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. So when Michigan had that 30-14 lead, I thought, well, pretty comfortable. But then all of a sudden, all heck broke loose. And I mean, they've got a decent defense, but they just could not handle that boy. Ain't no doubt about that. So I'm heartbroken. They'll probably lose to Ohio State this year, too. That wouldn't surprise me a bit either. Other than that, they got Indiana, which Indiana's a tough team, and Penn State, and then Maryland, I believe, is their next 3 games. So they could lose. Knowing Michigan, they could lose all 4 of them. I doubt it, but you never know about them. Well, sinuses are draining this afternoon. But yeah, I just wanted to jump in here. If anybody, I sent out some requests to a few of you guys, see if they wanted to jump on. So you got Harley's tied up. TR's working on his roof. Dan said he'll try to make it in about 20 minutes. Okay, hopefully we'll get somebody else in here because you don't want to. Good Lord, you don't want to hear me rambling on for an hour, which I probably won't anyway. But yeah, I've been awful neglectful in my training this year. this summer, and yeah, that's all I watch basically is Michigan. I watch college. I'll watch college football, but pro football. The wife's got the Lions in there. She watches the Lions. I ain't wasting my time with nothing in the pro line. Now, all this crap that they're high priced prima donnas and complaining about equality and all that stuff. Well, why don't they shed some of their money and start donating to some of these charities, neighborhoods that they suppressed neighborhoods, I should say. Now, I don't. The only pro sport I watch is golf, and now the Tiger's not in it really. I don't even have a whole lot of interest in that. But I love pro golf because with golf, you play Thursday, Friday. If you don't play good enough to make Saturday and Sunday, you don't get a paycheck other than what your endorsements are and whatnot. So that's the way pro sports are to be set up. If you can't produce what you're supposedly supposed to do, then you shouldn't get a paycheck. But yeah, I always look forward to watching Michigan football. It's first thing. Well, 12 o'clock yesterday, my big fanny was in my recliner, and I was watching it. I was talking to that television all day yesterday, though. But as I say, I went out. I haven't been training or dry firing anything for quite a while, so I took 3 guns out there that's normally in my carry rotation and started doing some training again, live fire. I was going to do it all in one video, but there's too much of it, so I'll break it down probably into 3 parts. And you can be watching for that here coming up the next few days. One of them, a couple of them, whatever. There ain't no place around here to shoot IDPA or USPCA in this area, but well, I guess they have a fun night over to Oscoda, over at the old Air Force Base over there. I guess there's a gun club over there that I heard that they have a fun night once a week as far as IDPA, but I just never went over there yet. And the only USPSA I know of that is over by Holton Lake, the other side of Holton Lake. Just on my 22 Pops, that's the only one I've been playing with. And I haven't even touched that in a while either. I've been able to get out and start playing with that a little bit. But I don't know. My interest here the last couple of weeks has just been kind of yucky. Trying to keep up with this stupid yard. I need to mow that again before winter. That way I can get the lawnmower all winterized and set aside. I would really like to buy an optic ready pistol or buy me a slide for my Glock 17. That may be the way I go, is be a little bit cheaper than buying a whole complete gun. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Right now, I just haven't. In the 22, I wish. Of course, it's setting up on a rail that's on the 22 plus the height of it. Of course, you feel like you got to tip the barrel down in order to see the red dot, so you can't see any open sights or not. It's just kind of a pain. That's why I took it off of the Glock, because it was setting up too high. I'd like get something that kind of at least see your open sights in there, coexist a little bit. At least when you pull that dot up, you're at least in the right area where those sights are. It'll probably be next summer or spring before I really get into dabbling with that again. Of course, winter time's coming, and up here it gets so cold and snow and all that stuff, so I don't tend to do a whole lot outside if I don't have to. But there's some, I've got to shoot some of Dan's guns that are optic ready and have the optics on it. And they're definitely something I'm interested in. Yeah. But yeah, I can't get over that running back for Michigan State. I would like to know where they come up with their running backs. Them and Ohio State, Michigan. Michigan's got 2 good running backs that they platoon in, and I wish you'd put one of them in at fullback and the other one at running back, and give a double threat there, because they key on them. The other defenses just key on. They get a lot of yardage, but nothing. They ain't got that breakaway runner like Walker did for Michigan State. I mean, he just ripped them a new one. But I've been. I got a friend of mine that's got. Well, he runs a garage up here. I got to take my truck in tomorrow and get an oil change. And he's got some. He gets wheel weights in, when he balances tires and they're lead. So he said I could get some wheel weights from him when I want them. So I'm going to start. I think over the winter, it's get me a little project going and get back into casting. I used to cast back in late '80s, early '90s, and then we moved into apartments, so I got rid of all my casting stuff. But I may get back into it. I had to brush up on heat, all that stuff, on really how to do it. It's been so long since I've cast them up myself, and but we'll trying to get that together for a winter project. Do out here in the garage. I can put the kerosene heater on, come out here and dabble around with that a little bit, and cast the bullets up. Primers is definitely still a commodity around trying to find it. Shortage every place you call, they don't get it. I had the skin cancer taken off my jaw here a month or so ago, 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, whatever it was. I stopped every day. Hello, Brown Works, how you doing? I stopped at Cabela's, and I would just miss it. Or one day I stood there. He said, "Well, we got a truck. We ain't got it unloaded yet." I said, "Okay." So I farted around the store and just looking around, killing time. And finally, they brought some ammunition out. And "You getting primers?" He said, "No, no primers today." I said, "Great." And then the last time I was in there, they had some large pistol Magnum match primers, which I don't really need large pistol. It's small pistols, the ones I'm looking for, because I got quite a few large pistol. I don't shoot a whole lot of them. Yeah, I know, Pops. I used to cast bullets for 22 caliber. I used to shoot a 22 Hornet in IHMSA, and those little dinky bullets, they work good. I mean, but like I said, when we moved into that apartment before my late wife passed away, I got rid of all of that stuff, and but no place to do it in an apartment building. But yeah, I know I watch a lot of guys, casting bullets, Uncle Jim and Jesse B, and there's several of them doing their own casting now. Daniel got as my judge. He's doing some casting now, and then powder coat them. Where I used to get my cast bullets at, he retired. I haven't found another source just to buy them already cast. I used to get them from him unlubed and unsized, and then just powder coated them and sized them down. That's fun to do. It's interesting how it does it and the process and whatnot. But yeah, Brown Works. You do some nice work on them grills. I mean, they really look nice. What I've seeing. So, Pop, you got any matches coming up here in the next week or so? I know you're always shooting somewhere on the weekend. I'm surprised you're here this afternoon. Yeah, that's the idea I'm thinking about, Broke Loader. Give me a good winter project to do. I'm not hurting for bullets and powder, and I'm not really hurting that bad for primers either. I've got a lot of stuff loaded up, and I've got a friend of mine just gave me 1,000. Okay, Pops, we'll see you later. He gave me 1,000 CCI 550 Magnum primer, small pistol Magnums. I haven't done any with them yet. I think I got 600, 600 federal small pistol, and I think about 400 or 500 Winchester small pistol primers. So I'm not in dire straits needing primers, and hopefully when they do come back, that the price will be down. I know. Excuse me, Jay Sporting Goods. I keep calling them, but they get them in, but I can't get over to get them. Let's put it that way, because it's 2.5 hour drive over there. They won't hold them for me, and went over there that one morning, just missed it by 15 minutes. We got the firearm guy come in here with us. Ron's Beer Review and Tools. Well, welcome. Cheers.
Hey.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing. You?
Doing okay.
Hi, Keith. Good. I was just sitting here, got home from the range, and got a video ready to pop out tonight. And I thought, you know what? I ain't had a chat in a while. I said, I'll send you, Harley, and TR invite. TR's working on his roof, and Harley can't make it. So then I got your text that you slide in.
Yeah, I was out there cutting the grass.
That's what I should be out there doing, but I'm hoping to be able to do it Tuesday for the final time.
Yeah, well, you know, for those that aren't in Michigan, I will tell you that you have a short window here to take care of your yard work before it gets out of control.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, because I got to get my oil changed tomorrow. I got an appointment for that 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got to take the wife to the doctor in the morning. So I'm hoping Tuesday after work, it's supposed to be nice Tuesday and Wednesday. It's supposed to be some rain, I think, in the morning possible. We've had a ton of rain the last couple of weeks. Jesus.
Oh, I know.
My front yard over in one area I mow, I can't even mow. The last time I mowed, I just went around it because it's so wet down in that little hole. It ain't drying up for crap.
Yeah. So you were at the range today.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you were doing.
Basically training, Dan. I've been neglectful all summer, dry firing and anything. I wanted to do some live fire training. So I took my 3 primary carry pistols out and did a little bit of training.
Okay, good. Did you bring your camera?
Sure. Oh yeah, I always take a camera with me.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have some video. I was going to do it all in one video, but there's going to be too much, so I'll just break it down into 3 parts.
Yeah, good.
Go from there. Plus, I got one coming out tonight. Little fun one. It's only a minute 48, 2 minutes long. So just a fun one I did for Halloween.
Oh, good. Well, hey, those fun ones, it's always nice to splice one of those in there, throw it in there, and people seem to enjoy it. So,
well, I haven't put anything out, not per se, in a week or so, and my review time keeps dropping and dropping and dropping.
I wish I would have caught up with you. I was up there a couple weeks ago, but I stayed local. I had a short window. I had to get a few things done, and I hit the range, and I was sort of in and out, but it would have been a good time. I actually shot that bulletproof vest when I was up there.
Okay.
And that worked really well. And I want to hit it again because, you know, you have your front and back panels. So the back panel's still good because it never penetrated the front panel. So I want to hit it again with possibly 7.5 FK and, you know, some heavier loads, maybe even a Desert Eagle 50 Action Express. So it'll probably penetrate.
I don't know. I had to look through some old stuff, and back when I used to shoot silhouette, I had this. So this side, it's a Kevlar pad, and it had, I don't know if you can see it. Can't get it here. It's had a leather back, but if you can see the powder burns on there.
Yeah.
Back when I shot in, they call it a Creedmoor position, where it's hanging over the side of your leg with 44 Magnums or anything that you can even see bullet powder burns on the back of it here.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine put this conveyor stuff on it. I forgot I even had this thing, and I had it packed away, and it's supposed to be able to stop a 44 Magnum. I've never played with it to try it or anything like that, but it's basically to keep you like I said, when you Creedmoor position, you're basically laying on your back and pull your knees up with the gun resting on the side of your leg. Okay. And the muzzle's got to be out beyond your leg, but sometimes I'm right ass backwards on this thing. And the muzzle will creep back and you'll get right here. I don't know how many times I went home with my jeans where they flagged out there, the wind or something caught it. Powder burns all over. Used to make my late wife madder than heck when I come home from silhouette match. And I got it sitting there. One of these days I might just take it out there and pop off a couple pistol rounds. It's so old. Oh God, it's got to be 30 years old or better. Because the last year I shot silhouette was in, I believe, 1999. But the last revolver I shot in silhouette was longer than that. So this thing's a good 30 years old, so it may not even hold up to anything. But it's that soft Kevlar on the inside of it. And then, of course, with that, yeah. I'll be doggone, I just said it. It's heck getting old. You know what?
Your Instagram posts about getting old are hilarious.
Yeah, conveyor belt. But yeah. I wondered if you've been making it up because you haven't called or anything. And that's all right. I understand what you're doing. Sometimes when you're up here on a short window, you ain't got a whole lot. You got to get done.
Well, I had to pull the boat out of the water. Yeah. I had to get everything, the dock out like that. That could be a whole day. Getting the hoist to the ground or at least closer to the shore, and you're getting shorter days now. So I hit the range and I'm here and gone, and have like Saturday and was back by Sunday morning.
Yeah. I debated whether to go out there this morning or not. Ron's Beer and Review put up, he's shooting cap and ball replica Cabela's 1860 36 caliber. I used to have a 44 cap and ball Ruger years ago. A friend of mine, I got it from him. And I didn't care for it, so I sold it. I wish I'd have kept it now just as a keepsake, more or less, or something to play around with, something different. But yeah, I understand, especially when you got two places you're trying to keep up, and there just ain't enough time,
Yeah.
I know last weekend I had my sister-in-law and her husband and daughter. They all come up and spent the weekend with us last weekend. So we had them. I had company all weekend last week.
Yeah. Well,
they're the ones that brought the culture. Huh?
Yeah, you want to get to the range, you want to do stuff, you want to make videos, and sometimes time just slips away from you.
Yeah, that's why this morning I got up and I thought, well, I wanted to do it yesterday, but it rained yesterday. And I thought, well, you know what, I'll wait and go Sunday. So I got up this morning thinking about it. Got up, had breakfast. I told my wife, I said, I got to get out to the range. I wanted to go out back here, but some of the guys are hunting around here, bow hunting, and I didn't want to really create a static, with gunfire and steel clanging, blah, 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 and maybe spook a deer from somebody, that's hunting,
Yeah, right.
So I don't even know if I'll really make it back to the back range here at the house until after gun season or something. Then it might be so much snow I won't get back there anyway.
Yeah, but where you're located, you can just head up to the pit and you're good.
Yeah, it's only 7 miles over there, so
that's nice.
That's why I just got up this morning. I was there at 9 o'clock. It was cold, And I got to thinking when I got out there, because, you know, that state land around there, I said, well, hope I don't disturb any hunters. But I kind of drove around that road and didn't see any trucks or anything. So I thought, well, you know, I'm going to jump in here. I was there. Well, I just got home not too long ago and had a bite of lunch. And I told the wife, I said, I'm going to go out and see if any of the guys want to have a chat or something. Nothing else. I'll ramble on for 15, 20 minutes and call it good.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds like a plan.
It's always good to have somebody to chat with, you know, rather than just ramble off, you know.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw Harley put up a Kimber R7 Mako.
He must have just put that up then.
He did. He put it up this morning.
Okay.
And I borrowed it from him, and so I've got one ready to go. Nice little gun.
Oh, cool.
Nice little gun.
I was looking at it in Shooting Illustrated. It's one of their guns that they got highlighted this week or this month, and I haven't read the article, but it looks like a neat little package.
It is. It's a bit larger, believe it or not, than some of the other ones. It's got a 3.4-inch barrel, and the grip is wider. So everybody that says that Hellcat and the P365 grip is too small, they may like this a little bit better. It fills the hand, that's for sure.
Huh. Yeah, I seen he did a video on your 22 the other day too.
Yeah. I was out there.
That's a neat little 22.
It is. And, you know, for a swing out cylinder where you can eject the cases really quickly, I think they did a nice job with it. You know, for those who love 22, and they have some 22 Magnum, which is very difficult to find. You know, if not,
I ain't seen any 22 Magnums in a coon's age.
I'm telling you, I know. So it's.
Well, we was in Walmart Wednesday. We got our monthly. We got paid, so we went and got our monthly groceries at Wally World. That's the only place you can get them around here. And I went back to sporting. They had some of the Winchester 22s, the kind of the nostalgic looking box, the yellow box with black lettering. They wanted $40, I think, for 300 of them. I said, oh, heck no.
Whoa.
Yeah, they had quite a few of them. And I said, nah, I ain't paying $40 for some 22s.
No.
Not for, like I said, it was only like 300. And I seen them down at Cabela's here last month too they wanted 36 for them. It's like one of the old timey Winchester boxes, you know.
Yeah, Cabela's is really no treat.
No, but I'd sure like to get some primers from them. If I could ever time it right. They said they get them about 28 every 28 days. I just can't. I was hoping when I had to go down there to see that dermatologist, because I had to go down there every week there for a few weeks and stuff to get stitches out and get plastic, whatever he had to do to it.
Uh-huh.
And I'd stop in there every day. And like I was saying earlier, I stopped in there one day and they said, well, we got a truck. It ain't unloaded yet. So, and I always leave early enough and I had plenty of time. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to hang around here for a while. And finally they come out with a big thing of ammunition and putting it on the shelves. I said, you guys, by chance, get any primers? He said, no, not today. Yeah, just my luck.
Yeah.
But he said they get them, and within 24 hours, if they get them, they're sold. And then the last time I went down there, I still went back there. They had some large pistol Magnum match primers. I don't know how much they was, but I don't need large pistol. I've still got well over 2,000 of them, so that's not like something I've got to have.
Mm-hmm.
MCK, glad to have you. But yeah, and with the 1,000 small pistol primers a friend of mine gave me, I'm pretty well. So I got almost 2,000 small pistols now I can load up. Plus I still got I think I shot, well, I'm being conservative. I probably shot at least 100 rounds this morning.
Oh, there you go.
With the 3 different guns, some of it I recorded, some of it I didn't. So
yeah,
I can't get my shot timer to. Trying to use my shot timer, but I can't. I don't know if I put a new battery in it, but I can't get it to. Minute you push a button, the buzzer goes off. I can't get it to get it into the delay. I'm going to get the book out and find out what the heck to do. thought I knew what to do, but evidently I don't. But I like to use a primer for training, but it's what it is, you know.
Right. And you remember we went out and I had that shot timer and we did some recording. I never did anything with that. Nothing.
You never did the video on it?
No, never.
Oh, really? You got it? You got the video? You already put it up?
Not on that shot timer.
Yeah, we videotaped it that day.
Yeah, I never put it up. I never did anything with it.
Oh, that's why I say you ought to put it up.
Oh, I ought to put it up. I thought you said I already put it up.
No, you ought to.
Yeah, I know. I know. I feel like an idiot because that was a product that this real nice guy, he wanted to get featured, and I just totally dropped the ball.
Yeah, it happens. Have you got a hold of that new Springfield SA-35?
No.
Oh, that looks like a sweet gun. Oh my God, I seen that. I forget who did a video on it. Honest Outlaw, I think, but I'm not going to say that for sure. I watched it the other day, and then I seen another guy that I'm not subscribed to. He did a video on it. That looks like a sweetheart, man. I'd love to get my hands on one of them. And the retail price is only like what, $6.95 or something like that.
Yep, $6.99 to be exact. Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I want to get it. I think I will get it. I'm just not sure when or how or whatever. So,
yeah,
it should be soon. I'm hoping.
Right. That'd be cool.
But I've got the original Grand Power.
Right.
Not Grand Power. What am I thinking? High Power.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, I've got that. And so that would be a neat comparison.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it looks like they did a nice job on, with a few little modifications they put some decent sights on it.
Right.
Expanded it to, I think the high power is 13 rounds and this is 15 rounds?
Correct.
Something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like a sweetheart.
Yeah.
When you coming up with the video on the melee?
Yeah. What happened was I borrowed Harley's Kimber and he borrowed my Sidekick, and then he's got some things going on, and so I had to go back there to switch them out. And so when it was a plan all along to get something up on that Matei, that's what's called, the Matei SFX. Like but a lot of people wonder, is it worth buying if you already have the TP9 SFX? And in my opinion, it's not.
Well, it almost looks like it was just a name change. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of cosmetic difference, but I can't see a whole lot of difference in it.
Right. It's essentially the same gun. It does have a few minor changes. If you have a smaller red dot you want to put on there, it'll work on that one. Won't work on the TP9 model. That's like the main thing. A couple other, like you said, cosmetic differences, but it's essentially the same. Other than the slides won't work because they're cut differently. But you get the same feel. You got a 5.2-inch barrel and a very nice trigger. So, yeah, I put that up this morning or this afternoon. I put it up a little bit ago.
Review's up. I haven't even been in to see what anybody's located because I usually watch them at night when I go to bed or first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I usually watch yours when I go to bed and catch everybody else's in the morning.
That's a great time to put that. Now that'll put you to sleep.
Nah, I go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'll lay there and watch a couple videos and go to sleep and get up about between 1 and 3 in the morning and watch video. Thank God for YouTube. YouTube and 24-hour television.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd hate to be back in the days when you didn't have all of this stuff and be getting up early at old dark 30 and had to sit there and just stare at dark walls and whatnot. It's almost 4 o'clock when I got up this morning. I surprised the heck out of me. It was 10 to 4. I said, whoa, no wonder my back's hurting. I'm surprised I didn't wake my wife up trying to get out of bed, man. I was grunting and groaning. I couldn't. I had to grab a hold of the headboard to swing out to get up. Yeah, it was a funny mess this morning. It was a funny mess this morning. Or so have somebody put a hidden camera in there and watch me try to get up. It'd be like Shamu trying to get off a beach.
Come on now, you're all right. You're getting around just fine.
I guess we'll kick over that 72 mark here in another month. We'll see. Yeah. I guess for 72 years old, I'm not too bad a shape. That's what me and my wife, we was doing some investigating on some different health insurance. You know, it's that time of year to sign up for different. We've been talking to Humana, and I don't know. It's a dang if you do and dang if you don't type scenario, you know, because I can get to Humana, 0 monthly premiums, don't pay nothing, but the co-pays are higher, you know, like hospitalization, blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah. So it's a matter of, do I want to, or it's like I told my wife, I said, you know, both of us are basically in fairly good health. I mean, as far as I know, neither one of us has got heart problems or nothing like that. You know, she's diabetic. Me, just basically my arthritis, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we're leaning for it because we can save $450 a month in premiums because it comes with, of course, your health insurance, dental, vision, hearing. All of that's added into it. I mean, granted, there's co-pays on all of it, but, you know, we're paying $450 a month for our health insurance right now, you know, between the two of us. And our drug programs through Humana. And right now it's $47 a month. And that 450s combined with what the new premium will be on the prescription. And they're bumping it up to like $72 or $70 a month per person. So it's, you know, it's, of course, if you get hospitalized, you know, if you're in there, it's $350 a day for 5 days. And then after that, there's no charge. But it's $5,500 a piece annual deductible.
Yeah.
For what we got now, we don't have all of that, but we're paying $450 a month for all that crap, you know?
It's a gamble.
That's what I told her. I said, you know, it's going to be a gamble. I said, who knows? We get this that first year. God forbid one of us have a heart attack or something worse or whatever, you know, it's.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I told her, I said, well, what we can do is just take that $450 and put it in a separate, you know, we're in credit union, put it in each month, like we're making our health insurance, put it in a different account, like call it medical, Christmas club, whatever you want to call it, you know,
right.
Just to have it set aside where if something, you know, dramatic happened, we'd have some money to cover, you know.
And if it doesn't happen, then you have a little savings there.
Yeah, you know, because figure what, $450 a month times 10, that's $4,500 plus you're looking at almost $5,500 a year, you know, saving.
Right, and you do the same thing the next year. You already have your deductible covered.
Which would be one of the deductibles, yeah.
Right.
God forbid, but the office calls for, you know, our primary is $5. Where it's $40 for a specialist. Where now I just pay $20 copay regardless of what the doctor is. But we're leaning toward it. But you know, we've got a few days. You know, we got till December 7th to make up our mind. So. Mm-hmm. And the girl sent I told her to email me the package, the whole complete package. I'll print it out and we can look at it, you know, rather than just listening to the crap over the phone, trying to make notes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what else is happening in the gun world? You got you made some videos today. Did you make one or two, or are you gonna make a bunch?
Well, I think when I get all said and done with the one I'm releasing, that I'll have 5.
Wow.
Not real long videos, but well, the training ones broke down into that'll be 3 videos if I go 3 parts on it, and then the one tonight's 4, and then I run Sally a little bit. That'd be 5. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I had some. I took Sally out of the safe, and I've had a couple mags. I only shot like 14 rounds, 15 rounds. Just some defensive stuff and that's what I did on the shield too. Just some stuff that I already had that needed to be shot up and replenished with some fresh.
Yeah, I got you.
I didn't think to do that with the Glock. Of course, I didn't take the mags that had the defensive ammo. I didn't take them with me to do that with that. And then the CZ, I just flat forgot about it. It was laying right there, and I just had everything all packaged up. I said, well, the heck with it. Get it next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
But yeah, you don't know when around here. You don't know when the weather's going to break. Wow, snow anytime really around this place.
Right.
I'm actually surprised how this being Halloween that the weather's as nice as it is right now. I think it's like 52, 53 degrees now, sunny. It's cool, but it's nice out. Usually Halloween around Michigan is a crappy day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we live in Michigan, so we're used to it.
Now I imagine you don't get many kids by where you're at.
We don't get any out here now. We asked about that when we moved up here, and they said no, because they usually. I know excuse me, the fire hall's having a trunk or treat tonight, and one of the churches is having a trunk or treat, or whatever you call that. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all they do around here.
Well, that's where I'll be going tonight, as a worker at a trunk or treat, and people show up. People you've never seen before coming out of vans, just showing up. And
it's a big thing around here.
Yeah,
but it's so far in between houses. You couldn't. Little kids couldn't. Yeah. You'd be wasting a bunch of gas driving around here, taking them tricks house to house.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But it's always a fun night. We used to, back when we had the other house downstate there, we used to go out and set it to garage, and they'd come up there, and we'd have everything. And, we'd be sitting there at the garage, rather than them come to the door. We just sit out there, and it was really cute seeing them come by there,
Mm-hmm. So how long have you been up there?
It was 2 years in July now.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, we love it. We went downstate Labor Day weekend. We went down on a Saturday or Friday. Yeah, I guess it was Friday afternoon. We left, went down there. I swung by my daughters and seen my daughter and son. Then we got down to her sister's house and stayed there Friday night, Saturday night. It was Saturday we went down. We didn't go down on Friday because Tuesday I had to be in Brighton at my rheumatologist. I had to go to him because it's been over a year since I've seen him in office. I've had video, mm-hmm. things with him. But Medicare said I had to see him. So I had to go down there for that. And we stayed at some friend's house. The gentleman that gave me the primers, we stayed at their house Monday night, Labor Day. Yeah. Monday night. So we was there at her sister's house Saturday. We got there Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, some friends come over there that, her goddaughter and stuff like that come over to see us, while we was there. I couldn't wait to get home, Dan. Really, I couldn't. I told him, I said, probably the next time you see me, it's going to be absolute have-to emergency that I've got to come down here. I did not enjoy myself at all. That drive down there, and the traffic, and
it's loud too.
And it's loud, and it's just, I don't regret moving from down there at all. I really don't.
Very seldom do you see people that move up there go back.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Dan, we talked about that because of the doctor situation, because all our doctors was down there, and good doctors. You know, you got great hospitals around metro area, you know, Ann Arbor Metro, whatnot.
Sure.
Up here, I think we found some good doctors. I get my dermatologist is in Saginaw, where I used to go to. Well, it's north of North. Novi, I can't remember how far it's up there. Around 13 Mile and Haggerty, somewhere up in that area.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dermatologist. But this dermatologist I got down in Saginaw, I really like him. And as far as a rheumatologist, I've been checking to see, and I've asked my primary doctor I got out here. I really like. My wife likes her. She got a female primary. They seem to be cardiologist I got. They seem to be pretty nice, and not that I've got a heart problem or anything, but I had to go in for stress tests and blood pressure, and blah blah blah, and all that happy horse crap. The cardiologist just kind of left staying with my blood pressure. Okay,
Yeah.
Nothing was wrong with the ticker anyway. And other than the rheumatologist, and I found an orthopedic doctor that I like pretty well because I was having trouble with my left knee that I had replacement on. I had he's over here in the West Branch. He seemed like pretty good, and he looked at the X-rays. He said, "Don," he says, "whoever did your surgery did an excellent job on it. So I don't know what's wrong. I don't, you know."
Well, that's always good to hear.
Yeah, the only problem I got is a rheumatologist. And every doctor I've asked about it, they said, if you got a good one downstate you like, keep him. Meaning the ones up here must not be worth a crap.
Yeah, I caught that.
But you know, I have to take methotrexate once a week by injection for my rheumatoid arthritis. And really, that's all he does downstate is just monitor my blood work. And I asked my primary, I said, "Can't you monitor that?" He said, "I can." He says, "But really, I don't know that much about the methotrexate to really, you know, I have to have blood work every 3 months because of it, because of the liver and kidneys, blah, 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 and all that crap. So I had to have blood work drawn every 3 months to monitor that, just for the medicine alone, you know, being on it." And he said, "If you got an appointment with your doctor," he said, "I would go down there and see him." So that's why I went down. I set it up for the day after Labor Day, and the rest is history. So,
yeah.
I mean, maybe I could find one around Flint would be a little closer. I don't know. But Flint, Brighton ain't that big a difference, you know. And if I only got to go to him once a year, bad as I hate to say it, maybe I can live with that.
Yeah. Hey, let me join you back in just a minute. I have to step away for a moment.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be here.
All right.
Okay, Broke Loader. I missed SSP drop at Bass Pro yesterday. Small pistol fire. Yeah. Yeah. Funniest thing happened to me was, it's been about 3 months ago. I called up at Jay's up in Gaylord, and they said, "Yeah, we got him." Well, it was late in the evening. That time I drove over there, like, it's a good 2-hour drive. There's not an easy way of getting there. And the time I would have got there, they'd have been closed. So I got up. I said, "Well, I'm going to get up first thing in the morning. I'm going to be there when they open at 9 o'clock. I thought they opened at 9 o'clock. Well, I got up, and wife says, "Can I go?" Now, you guys out there know that how to get wives on time, stuff like that. Let's put it this way. If it ever happens again, I'm hitting out without her. But we got up there, and they opened at 10 o'clock. We got there 10:15. I walked back there, and there was a guy ahead of me and then a guy ahead of him. Well, the guy ahead of him asked if he had any small pistol primers. He said he just sold the last 1,000. So if I'd have been there at 10 o'clock, I might have been able to get one. But it is what it is. So and I haven't called. Well, I called him again. Every week I'd call him to find out different days of the week. Do you have any small pistol primers? No. If you find any, let us know, one of them type things. Yeah, right. And I just haven't called them in, it's probably been a month or so since I've called them to see if they had it. Like I said, I was stopping down there to Cabela's, see if they had anything like that. But they, like he said, they get them every 28 days. But trying to time that just right is kind of difficult. But if any of you guys are listening, I would appreciate it if, whether you stay for the whole chat or not, or if you're viewing the chat, just let this thing run and go have lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever you want to do, and just let this thing run. I appreciate it to get some review time sometimes. If you can, if you would. I know most people don't watch a chat all the way through if it's an hour, 2 hours, just a few minutes at a time. But once again, I appreciate everybody that helped me get that 2,000K sub spot. It really means a lot to me that you take the time to share it, maybe, and put out words to give me a shout out on your video, whatnot. I really appreciate it. And I'm still going to have a giveaway. I just ain't figured exactly how or what I'm going to do yet, but I will definitely announce it sometime in the future, hopefully the near future, once I get it figured out. I appreciate that, Brown Works. I appreciate that a lot. MCK, I don't know if I told you howdy or not. I see you there. And Tom Olafson, if you're still out there, appreciate you stopping in. Of course, if you like this video, or I'd appreciate a click on the like down there. But yeah, we're going to have some new videos coming out here in the next few days. I got that one coming out. I think I got it scheduled for 5:30 tonight. So it's a fun little video just to sort of coincide with Halloween. Of course, if you're not subscribed to the Firearm Guy, when this is all over, I'll put his link down below. Go over and check him out. He's a great guy and a good friend, fellow Michigander. Me and him's done some stuff together, and go over and check him out. Click on his link, watch those videos. I think he's got like almost 250,000 subs. Something. Really does a great job. Really works at his on his channel. I've been out there with him when he videotaping his stuff, and he really works at it. For a lot of us, just to drop a video, do a video, and let her go. That's why we're small channels. I mean, I try to do the best I can, but it is what it is. I was hoping we could get some more slide in here and join us, but almost an hour now, so we won't be going much longer. I put a chat in, or a link in the chat, but we'll be calling her a day here pretty quick.
All right, I'm back, brother.
You made her back? All right.
So I got these Aguila mini shot shells.
Okay.
And my goal is to get one of those adapters and see how well it works. Possibly in the Mossberg Maverick 88.
Okay.
You stick this little adapter in, and instead of having 7 rounds, you could probably pack 12 or 13 in there.
Really?
Those things are hard to find, though.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them on the shelf yet.
Yeah, and they're expensive. But Mossberg's coming out with a new shotgun, and they have a shorty version of it. And they claim that it could shoot mini shells without an adapter.
Okay.
So we'll see. I won't see initially. I'm trying to get one, but anyhow, so that's something I'm looking forward to giving a try.
I was actually going to take the Mossberg 590A out this morning and do some different distances with buckshot, and I flat forgot to take the shotgun with me. I was just curious, like 3 yards, 5 yards, 10, 15, out to 25 yards. I think I did the 25 yards with when I was sighting it in with them slugs. I think I did the 25 yards. So
yeah,
just to see how it patterns, close range. I'm sure it ain't gonna pattern much at all, but it'd be nice just to see what it does.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to get me some number 4s for defensive rounds, and I was out to Oscoda at Olive's hardware store out there has ammunition out there at Rogers out there. And they had some number 4 turkey loads, 2 3/4. I think it's 2 3/4. Yeah, they had 2 3/4 and 3-inch because I don't think mine chambered for 3-inch. And for 10 of them, they wanted like $15. I said, nah, I ain't paying that for 10 shells. But hindsight, I wish I had them now because I would have shot a couple for patterning and then had the rest for defensive rounds.
What kind were they again?
They was I think they was Winchester number 4s, number 4 shot.
Buckshot?
No, just regular number 4 turkey loads.
Oh, the turkey loads. Okay.
Yeah. I thought, number 4s would give more pellets for if the wife needed it or something rather than buckshot,
Yeah, the number 4s are great. I love the number 4.
I've got some number 6s I could put in, so she'd have them, that would work too, for defense around the house or something. You never know when living in the country, you never know when you're going to get a critter around here that you don't want, that could possibly be rabbit or anything,
Right.
That's the problem with living in the country up in the wild, really. But so far, we've never seen anything. I've heard coyotes yell down west of me one morning. I let the dog out, and I heard them yupping down there, but I haven't never seen any of them around the house.
One day we're going to have to get out there and try to kill a coyote.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
If I'm not mistaken, in Michigan, it used to be, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be year-round.
Dan, I think it still is if they're a nuisance to property owners and stuff. I think it still is. Well, I remember years ago, back in the 60s, there used to be a bounty where you could shoot coyotes and turn them in and get a bounty. I think
they had that.
I want to say it was $25. Yeah, back in the 60s, 70s, they took that off. I think now you just get them and skin them and sell their fur to a fur trader,
But they had that not long ago because there was an abundance of these things, eating people's pets, and the coyotes were in every single county in Michigan and growing.
Oh yeah, they was there at South when we was living in South Lyon. There was one over by the school. Somebody said they seen cross the road there behind our house.
Yeah,
I never seen one. I've seen them driving around up here. I've seen them cross the road, but I've never seen any right in our particular. Now I say my particular area. The Amish boy that lives across the street from me, just kitty cornered from me, he killed one in his barn one day.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're right around this area because, like I said, it wasn't too far down there west of me. I heard them yipping one morning.
Oh, yeah.
I brought the dog in. Of course, they basically attack smaller animals. Gabby's big enough. Unless it was 2 or 3, a pack of them. They probably, but one-on-one, I don't think one of them would attack her.
Hope not.
Yeah, she's a big girl. She's 90 pounds. You know, she's a lot bigger than they are.
Yeah, that's big.
But no, knowing her, she'd want to just sniff their butt and play with them.
True.
She's a character. But so you coming up anytime soon before Thanksgiving, or you have any plans? Or
as of right now, no. I don't know when I'll be up again.
okay.
I'd like to get up there. I love going up there.
Yeah.
But,
You got your cottage all closed up for the winter then?
We don't close it entirely.
Okay.
So I try to make it up there sometime, so sometime in the winter just to check on it and see what's going on. But yeah, I'd like to get back up there and, do before we have the heavy snows.
Right.
The heavy snows make it so difficult, especially where I go in those woods.
Right.
In the past, the pit is where I'll end up going.
Right.
No matter what. But I used to take a shovel before I even knew of the pit, take a shovel, and you're looking at 80 yards. I would shovel a path 80 yards just to get back there to fire my guns. And
wow.
That was not fun.
Well, I know we went out there last winter several times this past winter, last year.
Right.
You come up and we went out there, I don't know, probably at least good 2 or 3, 4 times anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember going up there. I had the 316L, the Delton.
I think you had the Legend. I think you had the Legend too, didn't you?
Probably.
Didn't we do that during the winter? The Ruger Legend? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we probably did. The 350 Legend, yeah. But it, to go to the place where I go, it's near impossible in the winter.
Right.
So I like to go out there, and even the place I go locally, it's very difficult. Very difficult.
Right. Yeah, back here, I don't know if I'll be able to get back there winter time. Well, I'll have to walk back there. I can't drive back there, I don't think.
Well, that's just a short little jaunt for you, isn't it? Like
it's quite a way. It's it's probably from the house to where the targets are. It's probably 150 yards down. I have to put the rangefinder on it and find out exactly how far it is down there.
Huh. Yeah, that's still a hike. When I go to my range on the farm here, that's every bit of 200 yards, and we've gotten a lot of rain down here too. So when I go there, that's why it's nice going to Harley's. Harley lives about an hour from me.
Right. I know where Harley lives, or the area he lives at.
Yeah. But that poor guy has to walk 100 feet. Boy.
He's got a nice setup there. He really does.
He has a phenomenal setup, and
got a nice setup.
Yeah.
If I knew somebody with a dozer, reasonable, I could really make a nice range out back here too. When I got, have them move, like take some of that grassy area, make that hill, just cut it down, and push all that dirt back there and make some good high berms and stuff for me.
Yeah.
But to get a commercial company to come in with a dozer, it's just ain't worth me putting that kind of money into it.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things you were a little bit concerned about initially was the neighbors. Have you had any complaints?
No. Well, I talked to my closest neighbor's right next to me, and I talked to him one day. I said, "Do you care if I put a little range back there?" He said, "No, just don't shoot in my direction." I said, "You ain't got to worry about that." Yeah, I bet I haven't used that thing 3 or 4 times since I put it in, though. I usually just go over to the pit.
It's just, the pit's there. It makes it easy.
Yeah, and there's so much. The berms are so high and stuff. You can't. If you lose a bullet out of it, it's because it's neglect or you got careless. Because there's no way you should be shooting over them berms to let that
Oh
bullet
yeah,
fly out of that. Of course,
right.
some of them knuckleheads that come in out there, sometimes I wonder.
Well, the last couple times you were there, was anybody there?
There was a guy pulled in just as I was packing up to leave this morning. He was over. I was on that where we normally shoot at over there on that, not up on the hill. I went up there, but went to look the berm that we normally use. It was directly into the sunlight. I thought, crap, I'm not looking into the sun because of the way it was coming in there. So I went down and to the right where we normally go at over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was over behind me where they usually go to shoot longer distance.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just he was just setting up when I was leaving. So.
Mm-hmm.
But now I had it all to myself, and that's why I like to go first thing in the morning because I usually have it by myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It always makes it nice that way. Hi, Hisa. Glad to have you. Glad you stopped in. But I like it over there. I don't like it quite as well as I did my gun club down there downstate, but it ain't got the comfort and stuff that it had down there. Covered firing lines and all that good stuff. But the indoor range, that's what I miss most about my gun club down there, the indoor range in the wintertime.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go in there and shoot and whatnot, but got to make do with what we got.
Well, what you got is really nice. It seems to always be available, and you don't have to worry too much about anything else. I remember last year during hunting season, I was a little bit skeptical, wondering if it was the right thing to do, and there were people all over the place.
Yeah. It was like I said. He come in there, and I didn't even talk to him. I just, we just waved howdy, and that was it. I took off, come home, had me a bite of lunch, and come out here to start the chat.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this helped get my views up because man, I get to 1394, and next day it's down. It's down. Keeps going down. Then I'll get a video on it. It'll come up, peak up. I can't get to that 1400 yet.
Well, you hit 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations.
Yeah, a lot of guys really. That's what right off the bat there. I thank everybody for that. It's I ended up 39 new subs. Yeah. Yeah, that was my goal to start get to 2,000 anyway. And it's just been. It took me 10 years to make it. Over 10 years, but we got her.
Well, it is what it is. Get it when you.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Part of the issue is every day. The reason you're losing is that it's the amount of views in a day, and views are way down right now.
Right.
And they have been.
Well, it's because of my, I was down anyway, and I get it built up, and then go a few days without anything, and then they drop because it's just it's the way to however the cycle goes, But
right.
It ain't no big deal,
Yeah, but you want to get it up there.
I'd like to, but you almost had to put a video a day out, and I just ain't got that mentality to be. I mean, probably throw junk out there every day or something like that.
A video a day is a ton of work.
You bet. Yeah.
That is like labor intensive.
I got guys that I'm sub to that they do it. I mean, it's stuff that it's interesting. The stuff they do. It ain't garbage or anything, but not everybody would want to see stuff like that.
Well, I applied for my first job post retirement potentially, and I don't know where it stands right now. It's a remote job. It is in the firearm industry.
Good.
So I'll wait to see what happens there. So far, nothing. But yeah, I'm thinking retirement, and I want to do something remote. So if I want to go up there for a week, I can do it. If I want to, not worry about anything.
Right.
If I have to go to Ohio for a week, I can do it. Not worry about taking time off and all the headaches that go with that.
That'd be nice to do something like that. Something you're interested. I mean, I cut my hours down. I work because one of the other girls that opens a store, she quit, started her own cleaning business. So I made a deal with him. I said, I'll come in and open from 5:30 in the morning to 8:30, 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So that's my hours. 15 hours a week. That's enough.
You're hitting that graveyard shift that nobody wants to do.
Yeah, because I'm up. That's what I told him. I said, it ain't no problem for me to be up, be here to open the store at 5:30 in the morning. Last Saturday, the guy that's supposed to open up, because it was on a Saturday, he didn't open the store until 9 o'clock. Well, I guess they're writing him up over that, because that ain't the first time he's done it. But, I'm up, I'm ready to go, at 5:30 in the morning. Crap, I've been up for 2 or 3 hours. I get home, 8:30 in the morning. Me and the wife can have breakfast or whatever we want to do. And we still got the whole day ahead of us,
Right.
So I told him I'd do it for, I'm hoping to probably midsummer, late summer next year, call it a career, get out of working altogether. I've been working for almost 60 years.
You are out working the millennials out there.
Oh God, Dan, them kids that come in working there, I could outwork them 3 to 1. Them little turds, I can do more in 3 hours than they can do an 8-hour shift. They're lazy little twerps, and they get them a check and then they're gone.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous the way people are with working. But the government ain't helping them by giving them all this crap.
It's, I thought about this. I started thinking, why are our younger generation, why is our younger generation so stinking lazy? And I come to this conclusion. They were brought up during the Obama years where they were basically told they're victims of the system. They deserve better. They're great. They've been ripped off by the man, and it's all a big farce, and they deserve more.
Well, it's that cradle to the grave mentality that the government, Obama started. What was that one girl? He had it anywhere from her birth all the way up to the time she died, basically. And Obama's Let's Go Brandon's wanting to do the same thing, So
yeah.
It's just the left has totally lost their freaking mind. This 3.5 trillion, 1.7 trillion that they're wanting to do, 1.7 trillion on the infrastructure. Granted, our infrastructure needs some work done to it, but the human infrastructure, the people need to get out and get a job and work.
Yeah.
That's human infrastructure. Get a blame job. I quit school when I was 16 years old. Mama said, "You gonna quit school, huh?" I said, "Yep, I can't stand school no more." I never did like school. She said, "Okay." She got me a job. She took me to work and picked me up every day. She said, "You're not going to sit around the house not do nothing. You are going to work." I've been working since I was 16 years old. Well, actually, I did little shoveling stuff, yards and stuff like that when I was younger, but that wasn't a have-to case. But how, Eric, good to see you guys. But yeah, these kids nowadays, Well, they bumped the wages up to $11 an hour here at the station, and all summer we got a bonus. Once a month, you got a bonus based on your hours for being on time, not calling in, blah 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 blah. They had to do crap like that in order to get people to come to work because they couldn't even find people. And one guy posted on Facebook the other day, I'm looking for a job around here, and I'm having a hard time finding. Anybody know any places that's hiring? Well, one guy who I know real well, he posted, yeah, every place in town's hiring. Get some motivation and go out and get it. He come in the store Friday morning. I was kidding him about. I said, "Man, I seen your posting. Boy, you created some because the flashback. You know, people said, well, you're just asking for da 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 da. You know, suggestions." He said, "I give them the suggestion. Get motivated and go." Anyway, make a long story short, I said, "Boy, you started some crap." He said, "Well, it just irritated me because here's a guy says." Well, the guy actually answered him back and said, yeah, I put in 10 applications. Well, if you put in 10 applications and you ain't got a job, there's something direly wrong.
Yes.
When people's needing help around here as bad as they are. I mean, there's got to be more to that than meets the eye. Either he ain't worth a crap or he looks like dirt or grubs or whatever, and they don't want to hire him, you know?
Right. Well, you know, and you see these people. I remember I got lambasted when I made a video on it. It wasn't a good video, and the video topic was not a wise one to do. But I talked about street beggars. You know, people out there with a sign. I would guess to say probably 90% of them are scammers.
I would almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
I've even heard tell that we had a guy down there by us before we moved up here. He was always at the corner. And somebody says, don't believe him. He's got more money than you got.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
And, but the sad part about it, you see a vet out there, or supposedly a vet, that's got one leg. And, you know, you feel sorry. Your heart goes out for him. But do you really, is he really dire need, you know? I had a girl come up to me one time there in Flint. And she said, sir, can I get some money from you? My kids need something to eat. I says, well, I don't usually do anything like that. She rolled up her sleeve. She said, see, I'm not on drugs or anything like that. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll meet you over at the McDonald's. I went and bought her 3 kids meals.
I've done that.
I wasn't going to give her the money. I'll buy her something to eat. I'll give it, I'll do anything I can for anybody within my means, but
yeah, I've done that too. Sometimes they laugh at you.
Yeah. We used to be a guy there in Ann Arbor at what off ramp was it? I can't remember what but he was supposedly a vet,
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't give him anything because you just don't know. It's sad that it's come to that point. Oh, Ron Works has got something for you here, Dan. You're right, E-Bombing. Yeah. Now, I've had the shot. So, I mean, but to me, that is an individual thing. If somebody wants it or whatever, that's strictly up to them. Here's a question for you, Dan, from Brown Works.
Okay.
What is the intended use for mini shells?
The intended use for mini shells is to lighten the recoil and to get higher capacity. So it's been a while since I shot them, but if I recall properly, the mini shell that fits a 12 gauge, it's a 12 gauge load cut down, so you're getting less power, and it feels like a 410. So I don't know if you're around when I talked about the Mossberg Maverick 88s where I want to use them. I can fit 7 rounds of 2 3/4 inch 12 gauge loads in there. I guess I could check right now, but I expect to put maybe 12 13 rounds of these mini shells that go about 1.5 inches. And it would get the impression, or at least the recoil, of a 410 using a 12 gauge load. Now, the issue with mini shells is and always has been reliability. Will they run on a regular basis? Are they reliable? And that is the great question. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, through my experiences. But there is an adapter. I can't remember the company that makes it. They're supposed to send me one because I told them I wanted to do something. The adapter is like $5, and it's this little rubber piece that goes right into the chamber, and that is supposed to help the loading because loading the mini shells is an issue, and this little adapter is supposed to solve that. And you're looking at much higher capacity by a lot. And
Now, would you have to have that adapter if running it in a single shot, like that H&R line?
No. Single shot, no problem.
You could just load it. You could load that directly into that.
Correct.
Okay. It's just pumps and some automatics and whatnot.
Primarily, well, actually both. I don't know any semi-auto that'll shoot mini shells.
Okay. I don't have much dealing with them. I don't even know if I've ever seen one other than what's on videos the other guy shot.
Yeah. Well, the mini shell, they're pretty cool if you like that kind of thing, because they're different, and a lot of people don't want a lighter load, but you get more in there, So if you've got a wife that doesn't want to shoot 12 gauge and you can reliably load those mini shells, you should get quite a bit of round through.
Oh yeah, I would imagine they would be, like for, small varmints or something like that. I mean, I would imagine they might even,
yep,
for even home defense seems like, you get enough pop out of them where it change a guy's mind if he gets popped with a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking more about defensive use, but you're right. Small game. Oh, I just got a text. Hey, is this? And my full name. I don't like those types of texts. I get those every now and again. You could find anybody's number just by Googling their name and their location. Are you there? Don, you're frozen, brother. You're that or I am. Well, looks like I'm taking over Don's chat here. Good to see everybody on Don's channel. He's a great guy. I've known him a long time, and actually, my phone is blowing up with text. Let me see. I think that's Don. Yeah, his computer just went blank. I'm going to tell him he froze. But what ended up happening was I met Don. We went to a gun rally in Lansing, Michigan. The first time I met him. And we drove out there. We went to a rally, Second Amendment rally, and we became friends. And then what ended up happening was we would meet up every now and again for things like that. And then he moved up in northern Michigan, probably about 25 minutes from where I have a place in northern Michigan. So when you watch his videos and I'm off to the side, that's because we meet up. And when I go up there, I try to hook up with him, and we meet out at that big range that he introduced me to. I had no idea it was there. I've been up there for 20 years. and we meet up there and share ideas. And most of the time, we just sit around and chat. But when he was downstate, I never saw him unless we decided to intentionally meet up. But since he moved up there, so if you hear him saying, "Hey, when you coming up?" that's because I have a place up in northern Michigan, and let's see. Yeah, it says he lost power to the computer. Let the people know. All right, so he lost power. So I'm not going to be on here much longer. Let me see how many people are watching here. We got 6 people watching. If you guys keep the chat going, then I'll stick around a little bit. But nonetheless, so I'm able to hook up with him quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. And primarily for the camaraderie. You know, we share firearms for review. We come up with ideas. He helps out a lot. If I say, hey, look, I want to do this long range shot, we have to make sure the range is clear of people because you can't shoot behind anybody. But by the time I show up here, he has it all measured out. And so, yep, just go set your target over by that berm and head back here. And this is exactly 100, 200 yards, whatever. We could stretch out close to 300. That's the most that we have done. To go much further than that at that range would be difficult, but it is a great range. And believe it or not, it's owned by the state of Michigan. They get in there with their dozers and they move the berms around, and it's a dedicated range. So I love that place, and that's where I'll be going this winter when I go up there. But it's a great range. He introduced me to it, and we hook up all the time out there. And so I enjoy sharing my guns with him, and I've used some of his at times, and so it's been a great thing. And so we've remained friends for years. I think he's been on YouTube probably 10, 11 years now. And we kind of met on YouTube and then met in person, and then we've become good friends ever since. As for me, I put a video up this afternoon, probably 2-3 hours ago. It has to do with the T.A.B.Videos SFX, and I did a little comparison. It's about an 8-minute video, but I did a comparison with the TP9 SFX, and both are really cool. I went through some of my comments. I'm sure I have more now, but a lot of the people were saying, hey, screw turkey. Turkey's our adversary, and I get that. However, if you recall, maybe you don't, but Turkey used to be a primary vacation spot. People would go there. They say, if you had $100 in your pocket, man, there's so much you could do in Turkey. And Americans always went to Turkey. It's the government that's the problem. And if you look at it that way, if you look at the clothes we're wearing right now, they're all made in China. Well, China's our adversary. We can go all over the place and say this is our adversary. We don't like these people. We don't like their government. You're funding their government. Well, I don't know the tax system in China. I don't know the tax system in Turkey. Quite honestly, I don't care. I guess I do a little bit. I don't want to fund their government. However, they make some great shotguns. They make some inexpensive shotguns, and they make some inexpensive handguns. You look at the same thing with the Philippines. They're not necessarily our adversary, but they could have 14-year-old kids making some Rock Island Armory 1911s. Does that mean that we shouldn't get those either? Or buy a Beretta? Well, Berettas now are made in the U.S., but, it's an Italian company. And we can go on and on and on. So those are my thoughts. Canik got a lot of people into the shooting world who otherwise wouldn't be. Same with High Point. Same with Sky. We can go across the board with all these budget guns. Taurus is another one. 5 years ago, nobody would even consider a Taurus. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but it wasn't known to be a high quality gun. Then they came out with the PT 111 and one before that. Really won a lot of people back. People started recognizing Taurus again. And then you see all these articles and videos saying they have thousands of rounds through it. And of course, they moved that to the G2C, then the G3C, then the G3C Toro. It's really evolved. And you look at Brazil, is Brazil an adversary? Are we funding the Brazilian government? High crime in Brazil, that's for sure. I don't think they're our adversary, but perhaps they're not our friends either. Say, well, American made guns only. Well, as a reviewer, if you do American made guns only, you are really cutting out a lot of your content. And to me, people want content. That's the thing that drives people to YouTube to begin with, at least in terms of a gun channel. So when I hear that, when I read that constantly, okay, I get the sentiment of it. I get the point, but at the same token, it doesn't always make sense considering, you go to Walmart. Like some of the only things made in America now is the food that was grown here. So if we go on this tangent, Grand Power is Slovakia or Slovenia, one of those. I think it's Slovakia. Are they our adversary? I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't heard that. But I guarantee if you check your clothes right now, you're wearing something in China, made in China. The computer you're on right now is probably made there. The vehicle you're driving may be made in Mexico or at least assembled there. So we can go on and on and on as to where these guns are made, where the ammo's made, if it's worth it to buy it. I've got a safe filled with guns made in America. Show them all the time. One is car arms. People know I like car arms. But then I hear, well, that's from the Mooney Church. Now, what the hell does that have to do with a car arms handgun? Not much. Hey, Don, good to see you back.
Man, that was weird. Lost all power.
Yeah, I was talking about I was talking about first how we met up when we went to the 2A rally in Lansing. Yeah. And then when you moved up north, we were able to actually see each other more, even though we were a half hour away downstate. Now we're 25 minutes away. And when I go up there, we see each other more. But then I started talking about, the made in America, the guns made, because I put up a candy review. People say, well, nothing from Turkey. And Turkey used to be a pretty popular vacation spot. They'd say you can go there and have a heck of a time and do whatever you want for not a lot of money. It used to be. And then terrorism and everything else kind of kicked in. Everybody's blaming the Turkish government, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. But that doesn't mean they don't make decent firearms. And so, this American or nothing, well, as people that make videos and all that, like we can say that on YouTube, and I don't have a problem saying that. I'm as blue-blooded American as you're going to find. But these lower priced budget guns is where you're going to introduce people to shooting. Those are the ones. They're not running out and buying a $700 handgun. In most cases, they're buying a Taurus. They're buying a Canic. They're buying a Sky. And so I went on a little rant about that until you came back.
That's cool. Glad you took over for me, because I wasn't sure if we lost the chat or not, really. Because I don't know why it never happened again, but the cords that go into the little black box, I must have hit it with my foot or something, because I lost all electric to it. I had to go through all the bull crap of getting back online.
Yeah.
I'm glad at least you kept it going for me.
Sure.
Gunmetal guy, glad to see you. Yeah, that's nice. I figured it's because after so long, the chat will automatically just drop, so I'm glad you kept it going.
Right. Well, it was weird because I started talking and you just went blank, and then I went and I saw that you froze. I just figured I'd keep it going and give you a chance to get back.
Glad you did. About time to end it anyway. Hour and 34 minutes, but anyway, I hate to see it happen, end like that, because other guys, Uncle Jim last night, he was having a Halloween chat Saturday night, and they went for like 3 hours, and YouTube cut them off because they was talking. I think the gist of it, he was.
Hang on, Dan. I got a phone call coming in. Hang on, I'm just going to mute myself.
saw a Vice report that the Turkish president moved term limits in 2019, but I understand they are still allies with the U.S. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we haven't really had. I say good relationship since I don't know if you remember several years ago they was going to put that defense system similar to the one they got in Israel over in Turkey, and I forget. I think it was Obama that shelved that. So I don't know if there's few hard feelings between the two countries or not, but I try not to keep up too much with that stuff that's happening over there. We got enough garbage happening here in the U.S. Worry about them. It'll be interesting to see on. I think we was talking about it before. I lost power about this 1.75 infrastructure and 300, 3.5 trillion human infrastructure. Now they're down to, I think Biden's wanting 1.7 trillion, and the progressives are saying no, they want more, and it's all a bunch of garbage, really. And we was talking about human infrastructure that it's already in place. It's called getting a job. You don't need to be sucking on the government's teeth just to make to live. These other countries. I don't understand why some of these socialists, they see what's happening with these countries, Russia, China, and why they want our country to join all these other socialist countries. I just cannot figure that out for the life of me. Don't make any sense at all. We've got the best of the world right here in our country, and why they want us to have to rely on the government for a check. I mean, yeah, I get a check once a month from the government, but I work for that check. Now they're saying by, I think it's 2030 that Medicare and Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid and all that'll go broke by 2030. If they keep their stinking fingers out of the till, it wouldn't be. You younger people that are out there and that still got a ways to go to retirement, Social Security might not be there for you when you get there. That's what I told my son. He just turned, well, he'll be 52 in December. I told him, I said, man, you better get busy and get your 401ks or something to do, because when you're 65, or I think he's 67 or 68, when he can retire, it may not be there. Yeah, I sympathize with some of you folks out there in California. I see where I just caught the gist of it the other day about something about, oh, some money you're supposed to be getting. Some of the people are supposed to be getting, like the government give everybody here. Told you I'm getting old. I can't remember everything. Stimulus checks. They spend a fortune in stimulus checks for. Now, some of the people, they give it. I got it. What are you going to do? Turn the check down? But there's people out there that need it. They'll be thinking about our vets. Eric, how you been? Any other questions? You got Netflix. Who got Netflix? Hisa. and busy. That's a good thing, though. Keep you young. Mason Munitions. Never heard of them. Hi, Vanessa Kitty. Go back here, see if I missed anybody when I went blank there. Howell Osborne. You guys like good country bluegrass music, go over and check out Howell. Yeah, when I got up this morning, it was 36 degrees here. When I went to the range there at 9 o'clock, it was right around 40. Yeah, 37 degrees on a motorcycle be a little bit. It'd be a cool ride, that's for sure. That's something I've never really had an ambition about, motorcycles. I was on two of them. Friends of mine. Well, one of them was a friend of mine. One of them was a cousin of mine. I wrecked them both. I said, "Yeah, the heck with them. That things ain't made for me." Cleaning the man cave from your entertainment. Well, there you go. Glad I can entertain somebody. Yeah, it's about time for you to do a brew review, huh? Glad you stopped in anyway.
Hey, Don, I'm going to have to get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna close it here pretty quick anyway, Daniel. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate being on your chat once again. And hopefully if I can make it up there, we'll definitely hook up and do some shooting.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right,
Have a
buddy.
good one.
Thanks for coming in.
All right. Talk to you later.
Netflix is when your Wi-Fi capacity gets used up by another family member. What's a movie during that? Okay. Well, now I know what Netflix is, but that ain't what happened. Yeah, my foot must have hit that little black box because she definitely. I didn't have no power at all. All right, Hal, go get you something to eat. We're going to call this thing for a night anyway. So I appreciate everybody that stopped in, said howdy, and thank you for watching. Of course, God bless American Armed Forces, past and present. Can't forget our vets and our active military. Of course, our first responders are included into that too. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for coming out and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And y'all have a good one, and we will see you maybe in a week or two. Take care.